Okay, so the next card that we're going to make is this one here that says Hey Chick. And when you slide it up, it's a magic color changer. You get to see the colors appear. And it says Sweet Easter Wishes up here. So this is one of the kits from the paper cut. So they already colored the chick for you and pre-stamped everything. And we did go ahead and stamp the green pieces with the little calico flowers. And so that one we did with turf colored ink. So we did that for you ahead of time as well. So the first thing you're going to want to do with your kit, the Sweet Easter Wishes part comes on a bigger piece of paper like this because it's just easier for them to make the kits with that without having to line this up. And then they cut this piece of acetate for you the correct size and stamped the chick in the middle. And you just want to line this acetate up with the colored piece. And they did very nicely print us instructions on assembling this in here. I sort of follow these, but you can watch this video or you can follow along with these instructions, and maybe if you do both then you'll kind of understand better what it means. But they said to attach the acetate to the big piece and then cut out around it. I actually just marked mine with a pencil so that I could cut mine with my paper cutter. So I have that cut already. And I just put a piece of double-sided tape across the very top of this. And I'm going to stick it to this piece of paper now that I've cut it the correct size. Make sure everything lines up here. It looks pretty good. And you might be able to do this with your tape runner too. I use the double-sided tape just because the acetate tends to be kind of slippery, and so I didn't want it to like not stick well to the acetate. If you're making other cards like this on your own, when you stamp on the acetate, you probably want to use something like a StazOn ink pad because that's a permanent ink pad. So once we got that piece done, you want to take your card and you want to open it up towards you. And I'm going to kind of follow these directions so that I'm not telling you something different than what they said. But you want to have this flap facing you. And they very nicely made the slider parts for us and put double-sided tape on here already for us, which is very nice of them. So we're just going to peel the liner off of this piece of tape. And you're going to stick this slider, let's see, is it the exact height? Yeah. In the very corner of this flap of this card so that it goes from the top to the bottom and meets the edges right here. And then you want to put this piece, this little piece right here is your slider piece. And it's just a little strip of paper that they folded around this and made it so that it's wide enough that it's not too tight on this channel because you want it to be able to slide up and down pretty easily. And so you want to make sure that's kind of in the middle and at the bottom. And then you want to take this piece with the chick and you want to put the acetate on the side of your card so that the acetate chick is going to look out the window. And you want to make sure that is also in the middle of this flap from side to side. And it should be level at the top. If it's not, you want to trim the bottom off a little bit. All right, and then I think I need to do this step. I'm not actually reading these directions. I just left the picture out here, but I think before we close this up, we want to put this tab on the top. So I'm going to put a little sticky just on the bottom half of this pink scalloped circle. And make sure it doesn't hang off the edges because you don't want to make it so that it doesn't slide. And then you're going to center that, and you want about maybe just a little less than half of the pink circle sticking up above your card. And you're just going to stick that right down in the middle and try and make it so that the scallops line up there. And you can tell if you've got it down far enough if you lay it on your envelope and make sure it'll fit in your envelope, because this might actually be a tight fit, but since I'm not actually going to mail this, I'm not going to worry about it. But you can do this when you do this at home, put it on your envelope and make sure it is down far enough that it'll still stick in your envelope. So once you have that together, just going to make sure this is in the middle again and all the way, you want it all the way down to the bottom. And then you can peel your tape liner off of that tab. Oops. And you're going to close this part of your card. And you're going to press down there so that sticks on the bottom. And then you're going to take your tape runner and you're just going to put it along the very outside of this other flap. And I'm going off the edge. There we go. And you don't want to put any other tape on this flap other than that outside edge, because if you get any in here, it's going to stick to the slider part of your card and then it's not going to open. And then you're going to fold that over like that and stick everything closed. So then you have this with a fuzzy on the end of it, but anyway. There. Okay, so the next step you want to do is take your green calico oval and you're going to put tape runner on this, and don't get it too close to the window. You're just going to want to kind of go around the outside edges of this. So if you get it too close to the window and it hangs over the edge of this existing circle, it's going to stick your thing together so that it doesn't open. And you're just going to center that onto the front of this, and there's a little bit of white edge around that that's left. All right, and then the next part, you're going to take your Hey Chick words and you're going to attach this to this yellow piece, and that's just going to go right middle. And just measure that. Oh, they even cut it the right size for us. How about that? All right, and then you're going to take the pop dots and you're going to put one on each end, but don't put any in the middle. Because if you put one in the middle and it sticks to your acetate, your card's not going to open. And let's see, that goes about right here. I don't want it to cover Miss Chickie's feet, so I'm putting that right there. And then somewhere I had some gems, and I think I buried them on this table, but they just stuck a gem right here and right here. And then the last step on this, we have this piece here. Let's see how I want to do this. Oh, they cut the edges off here, and I don't think they did that for us. So, but I think I'm going to ignore that. And I'm just going to cut this like this. And I'm going to put some tape runner across the top of this acetate. And then I'm going to stick this like this. cut this end off level with the edge of my card over here. Cut a little bit of my acetate too. Should have put my glasses on to do that, but there that is. And that left, I didn't cut that off, so it left this little decorative edge across the top, but I think that's kind of cute. So you can do that, or you can trim the scallops off the top like they did, and then it'll be level when you close your card. And that's just really to hide the tape where you stuck your acetate to the back of your card. And then this card is finished.